El Zadik Dayan, God the righteous judge. You see both the hidden and the seen. Yehovah, your justice is never delayed, only timed with wisdom. Teach me to live in reverent awe, walking upright though the wicked prosper for a moment. Yehovah Elohi El Zadik Dayan, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me, and cover me and stir me, and speak through me with your Ruach Kodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness and humility to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself. And you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Ecclesiastes chapter 8. Who can be compared with a wise person? Who else knows what a thing means? Wisdom lights up the face and softens a grim appearance. Keep the king's command because of the oath before God. Don't be quick to leave his presence, and don't persist in doing what is wrong, for he does whatever he pleases. After all, his word is final. Who can challenge him? Why are you doing that? Whoever obeys his command will never come to harm, and the wise person will know the right time and judgment. For everything there is a right time and a judgment, since people are greatly troubled by uncertainty over the future. Even when the event takes place, who will tell them about it? Just as no one has the power to keep Aleph Tav, the spirit, from blowing, so no one has power over the day of death. If one is drafted to fight a war, one can't send a substitute. Likewise, the wicked won't escape Aleph Tav, death, by their wickedness. All this I have seen as I applied Aleph Tav, my mind, to everything done under the sun, when one person tyrannizes another. Thus I saw the wicked buried. They had even come from the holy place. But those who had acted uprightly were forgotten in the city. This too is a futile thing, because the punishment decreed for an evil act is not promptly carried out. Therefore, people who plan to do evil are strengthened in their intentions. For a sinner can do an evil 100 times and still live a long life. Although I know that in the end things will go well with those who fear God, because they fear him. But things will not go well with the wicked, and like a shadow, he will not prolong his days because he doesn't fear God. There is something frustrating that occurs on earth, namely that there are righteous people to whom things happen as if they were doing wicked deeds. And again, there are wicked people to whom things happen as if they were doing righteous deeds. I say that this too is pointless. So I recommend Aleph Tav, enjoyment. A person can do nothing under the sun. A person can do nothing better under the sun than eat, drink, and enjoy himself. This is what should accompany him as he does his work for as long as God gives him to live under the sun. When I applied Aleph Tav myself to gain wisdom and to observe Aleph Tav, how the business on earth that people's eyes don't see sleep either by day or by night, then on looking over Aleph Tav, all of God's work, I realized that it is impossible to grasp all the Aleph Tav activity taking place under the sun. Because even if a person works hard at searching it out, he won't grasp it. And even if a person thinks he knows it, he still won't be able to grasp it. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this fascinating 8th chapter of Ecclesiastes? We can love Yehovah by living in reverent awe, even when justice is delayed. Love Yehovah by trusting his timing more than earthly outcomes. Love Yehovah by walking upright in the midst of crooked systems. How can I love my neighbor? How can we love our neighbors as Yeshua loves us? By showing restraint and wisdom instead of reacting in judgment and bitterness. How can we bear one another's burdens? By pointing others to the hope of Yehovah's righteous judgment in due season. What are the top 3 fruits of the Spirit found? 1. Patience. Waiting on Yehovah's justice requires stillness of spirit. 2. Faithfulness. The righteous are called to endure even when evil seems to thrive. 3. Self-control. Wisdom teaches silence and restraint in the presence of corrupted authority. What is the Hebrew word that encapsulates this chapter? Yira, awe, fear, reverence. Reference. Verses 12 and 13 anchor sentence. Yira reminds us that true wisdom begins with fear of Yehovah and ends with eternal reward. At Sefer Insight, Yira amplified meaning, reverence flows from the hand that recognizes the true head, Yehovah, and opens to receive revelation. How can we find Yeshua in the scriptures? Yeshua said, "Fear him who has authority to cast into Gehenna." Luke 12, verse 5. His silence before earthly rulers was faith in the righteous judge. He demonstrated Yira by submitting to the will of the Father even until death. Mitzvah response, Torah-based? Mitzvah. Deuteronomy 10, verse 12. Fear Yehovah. Walk in his ways. A response might look like this: I will cultivate reverence and let it lead me to obedience, patience, and trust in Yehovah's timing. Hebrew declaration: Yirat Yehovah hi chokhmah u mishpato lo yi'acher. The fear of Yehovah is wisdom. His judgment will not delay. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he'll provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shalom, shalom.